We are back for another episode of Local Festive Traditions, which explores the roots and holiday traditions of local immigrant stories right here in Kennebunk. Each of these stories was researched and written using the local census as well as archival materials here at the Brickstore Museum. Don't forget, you can leave us stories about your own family traditions, questions about the stories that we tell, and discover more of the videos at brickstoremuseum.org/festive traditions. Let's jump back into our story.
Happy Hanukkah. My name is Sadie Brenner, and I lived with my husband Isidore and our children in Kennebunk in the 1930s. But like most immigrant families, there is quite a story leading up to our settling in Kennebunk. I was born in a village called Belozerka near the Polish border in 1892. This part of Eastern Europe that includes today's Poland and Ukraine was under constant political and social strife at the end of the 19th century and triggered great waves of immigration. In 1905, I immigrated to America with my parents, Samuel and Ida Sorev, and four of my siblings on the SS Noordam from Rotterdam. Our family passed through Ellis Island in New York, just like millions of immigrant immigrants, especially Jews who were escaping the political oppression in Eastern Europe. From there, we traveled to Lawrence, Massachusetts, where there were many other Jewish families who worked in the mills. Over the next few years, our family grew, and soon I had 7 siblings living in an overcrowded tenement in Lawrence. My father was a dry goods peddler, and I got a job working in one of Lawrence's many wool mills. In fact, in 1912, Lawrence was the worsted woolen capital, manufacturing the most woolen cloth in the world. However, as a young immigrant girl from Poland, I was among the lowest paid workers. In 1917, at the age of 25, I married Isidore, aged 30, who had also emigrated from Poland in 1905 and was a shoe worker. We started a family and for a fresh start moved to Kennebunk in 1930, where Isidore took a job at the shoe factory on the Mousom River. With our daughters Vita, age 11, Evelyn, age 4, and our son Merrill, age 1, we rented a house on Winter Street. To help reduce expenses, we took in 2 boarders of Russian descent who also worked at the shoe factory. But I missed our Jewish community, so by 1935, we had moved back to Lawrence, where the rest of our family lived. As both of our families were Jewish, traditions were very important to us. Because of the political oppression where we grew up, we didn't openly celebrate much of our Jewish culture. When we immigrated to America, we were free to honor those traditions, and that was especially sweet, celebrating the Festival of Lights after so much darkness. This was the true miracle of freedom in America. Hanukkah is celebrated on the 25th day of the Hebrew calendar month of Kislev, which occurs sometime between late November and late December. For me, the best part about Hanukkah, also known as the Festival of Lights, is that families gather together for 8 days to celebrate our history and our faith. Hanukkah celebrates the victory in the 2nd century BCE of a small band of brothers, the Maccabees, over the much more powerful Greek forces. It also celebrates the miracle of a tiny flask of oil, only enough for 1 day, miraculously lasting 8 days, long enough to light the temple after a lengthy siege by the Greeks. Hanukkah reaffirms Jewish ideals and commemorates in particular the rededication of the Second Temple of Jerusalem. It is a Jewish principle that a little bit of light can drive out much darkness in the world. With our large extended family, Hanukkah was a special and busy time. Unlike many of our Christian neighbors, we had no seasonal decorations other than our simple menorah, a special multi-branched candle holder. We'd sing traditional songs, give small presents like an orange or a piece of candy, and light the menorah each evening. Our children especially loved playing the dreidel game. The dreidel game is one of the most famous Hanukkah traditions. It was created as a way for Jews to study the Torah and learn Hebrew in secret after a Greek king outlawed all Jewish religious worship in 175 BCE. On the four sides of the dreidel, or spinning top, or sevivon in Hebrew, appear four letters from the Hebrew alphabet: Nun, Gimel, He, and Shin. Together, Nun, Gimel, He, and Shin form an acronym for Nes Gadol Haya Sham. And this translates to a great miracle happened there. Today, children play for gelt, foil-covered chocolate coins, and to celebrate a rich history and have fun with friends and family. The women in the family prepare special dishes for the Hanukkah holiday meals, which include fried potato pancakes or latkes, jam-filled donuts or sufganiyot, and fried dough angel wings with powdered sugar on top, or krushchiki. Some of my fondest memories are of cooking with my mother and grandmother these favorite Hanukkah delicacies and hearing their stories. Many of these dishes include frying in oil, which was symbolic of the ancient temple lights. Jews and Christians lived side by side in Poland for nearly 1,000 years, so it's not surprising that many of these traditional Hanukkah foods are similar to traditional Polish holiday fare. Like Jews of yore, we are still celebrating Hanukkah today as our own victory of freedom from oppression, each night as we light the Hanukkah candles. It is our miracle to have the opportunity of a new life in America.